Hello, I'm Coach Bruce and welcome to Sullivan Strength. Our training videos are designed to introduce our incoming freshmen to some of our common movements, as well as provide a review for many of our current athletes. In this training video, we're going to do knees to feet and negative box jumps. These are movements that we will commonly use with some of our more advanced athletes. I'm going to start with knees to feet. Very simple, as it says. I'm going to start with my knees on the ground and the top of my feet flat on the ground. This position is very much like a long jump for some of our athletes that have had that experience. We treat it very much the same way. The only cue that I often use with our athletes is I want them to elevate their body up instead of out. So a lot of times I will cue the athletes to use their arms actively, generate as much force as they can with their hips, and elevate the body as high as they can off the ground. I'll often overemphasize this vertical part. What we commonly see is athletes jump forward, and they try to belabor the movement that way. So often I will exaggerate that up to emphasize that point. Negative box jumps are another movement that we'll use. We will do this movement with weight sometimes, maybe a plate, holding a plate to the chest. This is a movement that we will keep the weight consistent like the squat jumps. So our athletes, if they're holding a 10-pound plate or a 25-pound plate, they'll remain with that weight for a period of 4 weeks before they move up in weight. And if they do, it will be by 5 pounds. We typically keep these reps 2 to 4. The negative box jump, the athlete will start on the box, they will step off the box, and absorb their own body weight. The cue in this movement is to land as quietly as possible. When we jump, we move from heel to toe. We cue the athletes upon landing to reverse that from toe to heel. Reach your toes out, catch the ground, absorb it, and as you start to absorb that ground, you will return to your heels. You'll use larger muscle groups to absorb that action. Common fault we see with this is athletes try to land on their toes. So we see that a lot of times. We need to have the athlete actively trying to absorb their body weight to land the movement as quietly as possible. This isn't something that we often use with our incoming freshmen, so that may be something you want to consider. That's knees to feet, negative box jumps.